going to take a tour on the Raleigh Neuse River wastewater treatment plant to take your dirty water to clean water.
So what is a wastewater treatment plant? It's a facility that collects and treats all the raw sewage from your house or sludge which is produced from factories or restaurants discharging waste into the municipal sewer systems. Larger municipalities often have one or two of these in their area. Some larger cities like Raleigh have one massive treatment plant that collects all the sewer flow and cleans it, discharging back into the river systems. This term, sewage treatment plant, is nowadays often replaced with the term wastewater treatment plant. Remember, safety first! The first stop is the Headworks facility. The headworks of a wastewater treatment plant is the initial stage of a complex process. This process reduces the level of pollutants in the incoming domestic and industrial wastewater to a level that will allow the treated wastewater or effluent to be discharged into a stream, river, or lake. This treated effluent also may be sprayed onto dedicated land areas where it is used for the irrigation of crops and even golf courses. The complete process includes preliminary treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment, and often tertiary treatment. The treatment processes of a wastewater plant have become more and more sophisticated, and the performance of the headworks is more important than ever. The function of the headworks is to remove inorganics such as sticks, stones, grit, and sand from the wastewater stream to protect and reduce wear on the downstream process equipment. Equipment in the headworks may include pumps, mechanical screens, screening compactors, grit removal systems, and grit washing systems. I know this is helpful to our accessibility for water, but ew. As we talked about in class, we have more accessibility to water when it rains. If it rains too much that the wastewater treatment plant is unable to process all the water, it'll go here to the equalization basin. The next stop is the primary treatment and clarification part. So at this area, it consists of temporarily holding the sewage in a basin where heavy solids can settle to the bottom, where oil, grease, and lighter solids float to the surface. The settled and floating materials are removed, and the remaining liquid may be discharged or subjected to the secondary treatment. The primary clarifiers reduce the content of suspended solids and pollutants embedded in the suspended solids. Next on our tour is the B&R basin. So what this is the biological nutrient removal basin. So here is where it's a process used for nitrogen and phosphorus removal from wastewater before it's discharged into surface or groundwater. In the basin, there is air pumped into the bottom to provide oxygen for protozoa. Protozoa is used to eat the solids of the waste to assist with the breakdown and settlement. The next stop is the secondary clarification. Secondary clarification is another part treatment process for wastewater to achieve a certain degree of effluent quality. The process involves a separation to remove settleable solids and a biological process to remove the dissolved and suspended organic compounds. The next part we're going to is the tertiary treatment. The tertiary treatment is to provide a final treatment stage to raise the effluent quality to the desired level. This advanced treatment can be accomplished by a variety of methods such as coagulation, sedimentation, filtration, reverse osmosis, and extending secondary biological treatment to further stabilize oxygen-demanding substances or remove nutrients. Now, we're not going to go into this place, but this is the solids handling facility where the waste is taken from the wastewater treatment plant. In the final process during the disinfection, there are these black shade balls, which you may have heard in the news recently used in LA. They're used to prevent sunlight, and as we talked about water quality, with more sun, this causes more plant growth in the water. Now, if there's too much plant growth, we should know that the pH is lowered, which means it's more acidic. So this allows the water to be cleaner. Disinfection typically is the final step before discharge of the effluent to the rivers, lakes, or streams. Many municipal wastewater utilities have adopted ultraviolet UV disinfection treatment over chemical chlorine disinfection, as UV is an effective, safe, environmentally friendly, and cost-effective. UV disinfection is a physical process that instantaneously neutralizes microorganisms as they pass by ultraviolet lamps submerged in the effluent. The process adds nothing to the water but UV light, and therefore has no impact on the chemical composition or the dissolved oxygen content of the water. And the water is clean and travels to the Neuse River, so everyone in the Raleigh area can have accessibility to clean water. Thanks to PC Construction for assisting with our tour. One final thing is that by seeing the tour of the Neuse River Wastewater Treatment Plant, this shows you how much goes into providing you access to clean water, as well as showing how fortunate we are to be able to have a society that sustains this.